Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Friday, August 8th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, got to recap the previous day's results. Overall, a pretty boring day in baseball. We had 4 total games. 2 teams got shut out, 0 runs. So that was a hoot. I will recap these games real quick, then we'll get on to the 5 games we have for tomorrow. Game number 1, we had the Athletics minus 125 on the money line at the Washington Nationals. This is probably the most amount of line movement I've seen the entire season. So I snagged this last night at not even the opening line. The opening line was minus 120. I got it at minus 125. It closed at minus 160. I think the minus 1.5 for the Athletics closed at minus 105. That is absurd that you get 35 cents of line movement for a straight money line play. So everybody and their mother was on the Athletics, and it hits because the Washington Nationals are horrible at baseball. Final scores: Athletics 6, Washington Nationals 0. The Athletics out-hit them 12-3. Mitchell Parker went 5 innings, giving up 6 hits and 4 earned runs. This Nationals team is very bad. They are now 24 games below 500. They can't do anything right. Next game, we had the White Sox plus 1.5 at plus 105. We had the under 7.5 runs. They lost the game, and it went into extra innings, but we hit both of these bets. Final score, White Sox 3, Mariners 4. White Sox actually out-hit the Mariners 7-6, but they weren't able to get it across the finish line as they lose by 1, thanks to a Dominic Canzone single in the bottom of the 11th. They really should have won this game. If I recall correctly, it was top of the 9th, 1st and 3rd with 1 out the White Sox had, and they did not score because they suck. So they lose the game, but we covered the plus 1.5, and we hit the under 7.5 runs. Final game, it was the Pirates and the Reds. This was another shutout. The Reds scored 0 runs despite having 9 hits. And if you're going to get shut out and lose the game, at least do it in a fashion in which I also hit the under. So I appreciate that you scored 0 runs. I'm confused on how you did it, considering you had 9 hits as a team. They left a total 15 guys on base. They struck out 11 times. Ellie De La Cruz contributed to 3 of those. Not ideal, but that's what you get for the Cincinnati Reds. You go and win a series at the Chicago Cubs, then you get shut out 7-0 against the Pirates. Paul Skeens, 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 0 earned, and 8 strikeouts. That is probably going to help your Cy Young candidate. Our losers, we had the over 8.5 runs in the Nationals and the Athletics. Doesn't do us any good when the Nationals have 3 total hits. Shout out to Jacob Lopez, probably the best game of, I don't want to say his career because I really don't know his career. He's 27. But he went 7 2/3, only giving up 3 hits and striking out 10. I would bet that's probably his best game. We had the Reds plus 150 on the money line. I thought they'd be able to do something, at least a little something, against Skeens. I was wrong. And then Brady Singer got absolutely torched, going 3 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 4 earned runs. He walked 4 batters. You cannot walk 4 guys and expect to win a game. Then finally, probably the weirdest game of the night, Miami Marlins. We had them minus 120 on the money line. At one point, they were up 6-2 in this ball game. 6-2 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Then the Braves score 3, 2, and 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Final score, Atlanta 8, Miami 6. Yuri Perez, he was going good until it was going very, very poorly. He went 5 1/3, giving up 7 hits and 5 earned. Not the best of days from him. This Marlins team, I don't want to say that it's just about cooks any playoff hopes you had, but you're now 1 game below 500. I will be backing you tomorrow, however, as I do not think this Braves can win 2 home games in a row. So we will be backing the Marlins, once again. All right, that's the recap. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. All right, game number 1. Give me the Astros over the Yankees at minus 115 on the money line. You have one team who is good versus one team who is currently playing very bad. I will take the Astros with the better pitcher and the better lineup. I do not trust this Yankees team. They are 4-6 in their last 10. They just lost a road series against the Rangers. Previous to that, they had lost 5 games in a row. I still don't trust Cam Schlittler on the mound. I just don't think he's very good. He pitched in college at Northeastern. This is his debut season. His game log. He has not gone past the 5th inning in a baseball game. With how piss poor the Yankees bullpen has looked, even though they acquired a bunch of guys at the trade deadline, they've looked awful. I do not trust them against an Astros team who ramped up their lineup. They picked up Correa. They picked up Sanchez. You still has Jose Altuve. Once this team gets Yordan Alvarez back, they are going to be a legitimate World Series contender if he does come back. I'm really not sure on his timetable. But either way, there is no chance I'm taking the Yankees minus 110 at home when you are at a serious pitching disadvantage. Hunter Brown, 9-5, 2.47 ERA. I'll take him. So give me the Astros minus 115. Better pitcher, better lineup. Yankees have been playing horrible. No thank you. Next game, kind of the same angle. I'm going to take the Brewers minus 125 at home. They're the better team. They have the better pitcher on the mound, and they are actually playing good baseball. If you recall, just 2 days ago, the Mets almost got no hit by Gavin Williams. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Gavin Williams. I think he's an animal. I've watched him pitch a lot of baseball. He should not be no-hitting anyone. The dude walks like 5 dudes a game, and his stuff, when not on, is very, very hittable. This Mets team is just an absolute disarray. Their last 10 games, they're 2-8. They've lost 4 games in a row. They're 6 games under 500 on the road this season. Meanwhile, the Brewers, they're 9-1 in their last 10. They've won 6 in a row. They are 16 games above 500. They have the 3rd highest batting average in the MLB, 2nd highest on base percentage. They just absolutely dominate any single category you want. This Mets team is playing like poop. Brandon Woodruff, 2.22 ERA. I don't trust Kodai Senga on the road. I don't trust any of the Mets bats on the road. Give me the Brewers, minus 125. Give me the under 7.5 runs. I think we see a 5-1 type of game. Next game we got, I'm going to take the Royals on the road, plus 120 on the money line. Also going to rock the under 8.5 runs. The Royals, they're coming off of a series loss at Boston, but they did win the final game. The Twins are coming off of a series win at Detroit, where they lost the first game, but they won the last 2 games of that series. They have Joe Ryan on the mound. He's the only pitcher that is worth something that they actually kept. 10-5 with a 2.83 ERA. But there's really no point in him going past the 5th inning. He's already pitched a lot of innings this year. This Twins team has nothing left to play for. They're 6 games below 500. They're not winning the AL Central. They're not making the wild card. They've already traded away every single piece that is actually worth something on this team. If you take a look at their lineup, it is horrible. Meanwhile, the Royals, they actually made trades at the deadline to acquire players. They have Seth Lugo on the mound with a 3.07 ERA. They're only 1 game back of 500. They really don't stand much of a chance of making the playoffs, but they do have a better lineup. I think they are the better team. Pitching-wise, again, Joe Ryan is not going deep into this game. Seth Lugo, you can throw 7-8 innings if he's going well. I see no point or no reason as to why the Twins should be minus 150 favorites. Their lineup sucks. There's going to be no one at this game. Give me the Royals plus 120. Give me the under 8.5 runs. Next game, this is me just being stubborn. Give me the Reds minus 105. Give me the over 7.5 runs. I do not think the Pirates can win back-to-back games. The Reds, they do have Chase Burns on the mound, who is supposed to be this prodigy call-up, but it turns out he might be horrible. 0-3 with a 6.04 ERA, going up against Mitch Keller, 5-10 with a 3.89 ERA. I'm going to attribute the first loss of the series for the Reds simply to the fact that they were going up against Paul Skeens, who is a generational talent. If you look up and down the Reds lineup, They have much better bats than the Pirates. The Pirates, there's 3 dudes who are hitting in the hundreds. Jack Sawinski, 118. Jared Triola, 168. Henry Davis, 164. Also, O'Neal Cruz is about to be in the 100s as well. That dude is awful. Mitch Keller, he's okay, but they never give him any run support. If there was ever a time for the Reds to just absolutely open up a can of whoop ass, it would have to be this game. They need to win this series against the Pirates. You cannot win a road series against the Cubs and then go into Pittsburgh and lose. Not acceptable. Give me the Reds. This is just a straight grab your balls, put them on the table, and show them what you got kind of game. Reds minus 105, over 7.5 runs. All right, and we're going to go with another I'm stubborn game. I think the Marlins are the better team. I'm going to lay the minus 120 again and see what happens. This time, instead of taking the under, I'm going to rock the over. Give me the over, 7.5 runs. Marlins, they lost game 1 of this series 8-6. This time, they have Edward Cabrera, 5-5 with a 3.24 ERA. Going up against Bryce Elder, 4-6 with a 6.03 ERA. This is just another instance of I think I'm backing the better team. Yes, the Braves won game 1, but Bryce Elder, he is not good. His most recent starts, he's given up 2, 8, 3, 4, 4, 9, and 5. If we're going just on hits, he's given up 5, 6, 8, 8, 8, 8, 10, 7, 8, 6. This dude doesn't know what a strikeout is. It is hard contact every single time he throws the ball. Edward Cabrera has actually been surprisingly good this season. His most recent starts, he's given up 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2. The dude's a beast. He also pitches deep into the games. His most recent starts, he has gone 6, 6, 5 2/3, 4, 7, 7, 6, 6. This dude's an animal. Hopefully the bullpen doesn't come in and choke it for round 2. But I will take the Marlins minus 120. I think they're the better team with the better lineup. Give me the Marlins. Give me the over. Let's ride. All right, that is going to do it for me in this video. Full day of baseball today. Hopefully we go a little better than 4-4. That's it. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.